Ladies, we have to get out of our story that we want sex, we want more sex, that we have the higher sex drive, our husbands don't have a higher sex drive, and we're deprived of sex in our marriages. There are no women married to good men who, after getting married, want to have sex, key piece here, for themselves. There is always a hidden agenda. In the beginning of my relationship with Adam, that's my husband, before we were married, because before we get married as women, we enjoy sex and then we put our walls up because we got what we wanted and we push sex away. You can go watch my video on the switch. I forget the title of it, but if you look through the thumbnails in my videos, you'll see we have a switch. And in the video, we have a switch. You can learn more about that. Or why men need sex. I touch on that there as well. But in the beginning of my relationship with Adam, we had sex frequently. I enjoyed sex, but I also used sex as a control mechanism to where I wanted sex more. And my husband has a high sex drive and I wanted sex more. And I was wanting to have, not to be too TMI, but I was wanting to have sex like twice a day, but it wasn't for me. It was a control tactic to have a leash on him. And it came from a paranoia in myself of, I was scared he'd be attracted to another woman, or he wouldn't want to stay with me, or God forbid, he masturbate. And it was a control mechanism. That was my hidden agenda. And for the majority of women who say they have a higher sex drive, the hidden agenda is something linked to control and a control tactic. I want to give an example of one of my students who came through the men's course. And this, I've heard this a number of times, where there is often a point as good men go through my men's course that they'll share like, my wife is sensing something is afoot. Like, she's acting very strange. Because what happens for good men through the course is they regain their strength, they regain their confidence, and they begin to stand up for themselves in the face of the emasculation, or they begin to be in a responsible, respectful way as a good man, indifferent to their wives' emasculating behaviors, and they're no longer on the hook of the emasculation in their marriage. And this is very concerning to women. It's very concerning because the control has flipped, and all of a sudden we feel our hooks are no longer in our husbands. We feel we don't have the control over them anymore that we once did. And that's very uncomfortable to us, because that's the whole point of emasculation, is to weaken a man so that we are the ones in control. We have all the power, and we strip a good man of his own power and break him down. So as he starts to rebuild himself through the course, it is very often that they will share with, my wife is acting very strange. She's concerned. She's asking me weird questions. And one gentleman shared with me that he said, my wife's acting very strange. She knows something, I'm changing and something's different. And she was a woman who had stopped wanting sex and wasn't having sex very often with him. And he said, she's initiating sex with me every day. He said, but she's still not engaged and she's checked out. So, she's not there. I know she's not enjoying it, but she's initiating sex with me every day. And I helped him see that's because she feels her hook's not in you anymore. She's trying to get them back in, and she's scared you might leave, and that she no longer has the control. And you might be strong enough in yourself if you don't want to stay in the relationship. She's feeling you might leave, so she's trying to get her hooks in you and get you to stay by having sex with you every day. This is an example of we weaponize sex. We weaponize sex as women by either withholding and depriving a good man of sex, or by having a higher sex drive and constantly wanting sex from them. And it's all a tactic of control. There is always a hidden agenda, and it is almost always linked to some control tactic to keep our husbands on a leash and to own them. That's why as women, we have to get out of our stories that we have the higher sex drive. And this, again, my message are for women married to good men and for good men married to women who have the common, normal, everyday issues behind closed doors that you would expect your neighbors to have. That's the context we're talking about this in. That ladies, we have to get out of our stories. We have the higher sex drive and we want more sex. No, it is a control tactic. We're not wanting to have a lot of sex for ourselves purely because we enjoy it. We have a hidden agenda. So if you are one of these women, you want to get honest with yourself, not making yourself bad and wrong, but get honest with yourself because you have to see yourself as the problem. You are the only solution. That's empowering. That allows you to live in camp, take responsibility, and get out of camp victim, blaming your husband. You want to look in the mirror in a constructive, reflective way of what's my hidden agenda? What's my hidden agenda that I want to have sex more than my husband, or I'm constantly at him for sex and making him wrong that he doesn't want sex as much as me, or that he's stopped wanting sex? It's probably in a spectrum. Hello again. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch today. For those women listening who know you are the problem and you want a path forward to change your woman ways and truly be happy in yourself, I have a course for women called the Happiness Program. And the Happiness Program teaches you to resolve the unhealthy relationship you have with yourself so that you can be the solution to the issues and challenges in your marriage and your life. You can find the link in the description below to learn more about the course and apply to enroll. For the good men listening who want a way to take back the power you've unknowingly given away to your wives, I also have a course for you called the Marriage Rescue Course for Good Men Only. And the course teaches you how to rebuild your strength and confidence so that you can navigate the relationship with your wife in a healthy, constructive way. Again, you can find the link below in the description to learn more about the course and apply to enroll. Again, thank you so much for watching today, and I look forward to seeing you again soon.